Hey guys, what's up? It's Sean from TaekwondoSean.com, and today we're doing some dynamic stretching, okay? It's our very first 2-minute Tuesday video. We're gonna try and keep the timer of the video under 2 minutes. Let's get after it. Alright, so before you stretch, there's some talk about how dynamic stretching is the best kind of stretching before you train. There's also static stretching. Some masters like to do static stretching beforehand, some don't. Sports science says that you guys shouldn't static stretch because it stretches the ligaments and everything so that they might get injured while training. But you know what, I've been doing some static stretching all my training life and I haven't had too many injuries, but I do believe that we should follow sports science. So today's video is all about dynamic stretching. Alright, so we'll start with our neck. When you're doing the neck rotations, you want to make sure you go to full extension so you can almost see behind you, and then you attach your chin to your shoulder and then follow all the way down to your chest, across to the other side, and back up, look behind you. So remember, we want, when we dynamic stretch, to have our full range of motion. One of the best parts of Taekwondo and martial arts training in general is that it helps you keep your mobility and your flexibility your whole life, so you have that good quality of life even when you're 102 years old. And next up we have shoulder rotations. You can start big or start small, and then you slowly make the circle smaller. You can do 5 big ones, 5 medium ones, 5 small ones, and then I find too, if you put your palms up, it engages your shoulders better. Good, and then the opposite direction, you can do the same thing. Next up, we have the trunk rotations like this. Now we're stretching our lumbar and our T-spine, so I want you guys to relax your arms and use your hips, just like in Pumse. When we do our motions, we go from our hip. So try to make your hips, move your arms, and then you look behind you. Try even to look all the way around this way without moving your feet. So we turn one way and the other way, using your hips. Turning your head first as well, because that's a Taekwondo thing to do. You can't kick what you can't see, right? So turn your head first. Good. Then we have the back and the chest open and close. So reach back as far as you can. If you can, clap your hands together in the back. That's great. I cannot. Open, close. When you close, you want to try and get your elbows past each other like this, and then open as much as you can. Good. Next up we have the lean. Lean to one side, hold it for about 2 seconds, and then do the other side right away. Now you want to make sure that you guys are straight, so you're not leaning forward or leaning back. And then really attach your arm to your ear and go as far as you can. Stretch all these muscle fibers. And then the other side. All right, next up, hip rotations. Try to keep your feet facing straight, like in your chumbi, your ready stance. And then move your hips both directions. And then try this variation where you flare your toes out about 45 degrees and then do it. See if you get a different stretch or a better stretch. Good. Next one, we'll lean to one side. Try to have all 10 toes pointing in the same direction. Your knees are kind of like lined up. And then lean forward, 2 seconds, and then switch. Lean forward, 2 seconds, and then switch. Now remember, you're not getting a good stretch unless you bend forward to get that nice stretch. And then the single leg squat. Now you want to keep your foot flat on the ground and go as low as you can. Try to get your hips on the ground. And then the other side. And then the other side. Good. Next up, we're gonna go down on one knee. Now you can skip the twisting one because we're gonna do it here as well, or you can do it twice, it's up to you. So you're gonna rotate once, look behind, twice, look behind, and then stand up and grab your shin or your knee and lift it up as high as you can. Hold for 2 seconds, go back down with the other leg, the same thing, twist, twist, come back up, grab your knee, lift it up, higher, 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 until you feel the good stretch right here. All right, and the final stretch we're gonna show you guys today is gonna be the opening and closing of the gate. Now, a lot of people do it, but they don't do it to the maximum they could, and we're gonna show you how right now. So closing the gate, you grab with the opposite hand, you pull it, like people usually do, and then when you get to this point, pull it a little bit further, so you feel the stretch, ooh. And then the other side, same thing, close. Now usually people stop here, you keep going. And then the same thing when you open, same hand this time, open, and when you get to this point where everyone else stops, you go a little bit more, and you feel the great stretch. Now remember, don't hold for more than 2 seconds, because we don't want to stretch the ligaments too much and avoid some injuries. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're not a subscriber already, punch that subscribe button, hit the like button, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Train hard, stretch dynamically, and we'll see you in... Train hard, and we'll see you in the next one. No. Train hard, and we'll see you on the mats. You wouldn't believe how many takes I have to do of like the stupidest things.